Greetings, Daddy. This is your son, Baron Trump, in the collective body. I just wanted to let you know that I've been doing good. Um, Trump 5G is doing good. You go to trump5g.wordpress, you'll see that we're doing great. I think we have 1,300 manuscripts for the television show. Um, the radio station is doing good. The art gallery is done. Um, the the albums are doing good. The music app store is doing good. We're building the e-readers, notebooks, tablets, and laptop computers. We're doing great. Um, so that's the good news. And I think we're at over $2 billion, like 2 billion, $1 million. Um, and the bad news is, yesterday I had an incident, but I really didn't have an incident. It was just like some guy that was like picking on me, like every time he see me, and then like I just had to like defend myself, cause he was just bullying me every time. Like he tried to like have me kicked out of my locker room, and then he um he tried to steal my phone right when I was in front of him, like off the phone charger. I asked him if he can put my phone on the phone charger because he was taking up both of the AC/DC adapters, and he had a power charger charged into one of the outlets, and I asked if I can plug my cell phone into one of his outlets, and he tried to switch my phone for his. Another time, I let him use my printer, and he like just used all of the ink, like everything, like all of the entire ink from the brand new cartridge. And then um, another time, I was walking, and um, we were coming back from the post office. He was showing me where the post office was, and then like he kind of like took something off of somebody's driveway, and I told him not to steal. Um, so that was weird. And then he tried to steal something from my tent. Like he told people that he was gonna take my whole tent, and he was just weird. I had a conversation with him, and um, he was just like very disrespectful in the time that we had the conversation. So it just was very weird to go around him. But I um I was always respectful. Anytime I had any resources, I lended it, and that was it. But all of a sudden, he thought that he was going to. I even broke up a dispute between him and another person. Um, and so then, like yesterday, he thought that he was going to bully me. He said that I had to move my things, like my towel, um, or he was going to do something like try to steal something from me or something when I didn't have an opportunity to be there. And then he threatened to move it and all of this other stuff. And then he started trying to initiate a fight with people around, claiming that the people around were bigger than me, and I wasn't saying anything to them, but only to him. And I was like, I've spoken with everyone here. Um, Nobody's bullying me. I don't have a problem with anyone here. I'm doing the initiatives of the United States presidents. I have my reform policies, very entertaining politics. I have 16 books published on Lulu.com under the names of John Edgar Hoover and Baron Trump. Um, I'm working on graduating from the John Edgar Hoover FBI building with a degree in criminal justice because I'm reporting the Racketeer Influence Global Organized Crime Act after being kidnapped from Carquinez Middle School in Crockett, California in the 90s and being held hostage in the five-story home of a businessman who only had a limited liability company. and and in the process discovering DNA. So being able to present DNA in the helix to the United States of America, um, on the infrastructure reform policy, how this works and how it protects Americans who travel to different countries where there is no database, where there is no way of comparing DNA samples, if there's even DNA, to a suspect. Um, I fixed this particular problem that we have, and I'm getting ready to graduate this year. Um, Presenting, of course, the DNA phase 2 and the Helix phase 2 that protects Americans domestic and internationally, reduces crime, provides adequate identification and reliable investigations regarding crimes. Um, and so I'm also in the United States Supreme Court right now against Muriel Bowser because, like, I reported the San Rico Act to her and she didn't do anything about it. Like, I spent $60,000. I even have my ledgers, and it says that I spent $60,000 trying to contact her, putting together the entire case regarding slavery, and then like I was armed robbed for like $40,000, just because like she didn't do anything, and she even allowed the guy to transfer his accounts across federal regulated state lines to Washington D.C. and then I was just losing all of my stuff. So all of the people in the area was talking. We want our D.C. mayor, and I had talked to him previously. I was like, I want my D.C. mayor too, but Muriel didn't act like my D.C. mayor. She took the side of Mike Livingston, the pedophile who kidnapped me with a business license, and then it didn't respect Kamala D. Harris, the senator. She didn't respect Dianne Feinstein, the senator. She didn't respect Gavin Newsom, the governor. She didn't respect the president of the United States. She didn't respect you, Donald Trump. She didn't respect anybody. She didn't respect Mike Pence, the vice president of the United States. And my second family died, and then and that's she didn't respect God, and it was just crazy. Um, so like everyone in the problem had a problem with me working on the exhibit regarding the radio station that it's called, excuse my language, Spit That Shit radio station, and so like there was this huge little thing about that. So he was trying to say, why are you not talking to the people about that and trying to initiate a fight? But the whole time he was trying to pile up things in my walkway, so I couldn't come and go in my own area. So I told him, look, you can build up, but don't build out, because I need to get out and I need to get back in. And I'll remove my towel, but like it's just not cool that you're doing this. So he was trying to say that he was trying to charge me with sprawl. And then he calls the police on me. He calls the police on me because I removed his hand from him. And that's what he was trying to do. He calls the police on me. The police come, and then it's just the same thing that I went through with the Metropolitan Police before. They get his side of the story. They get my side of the story. I told them, look, I'm a high priest. I'm building the tabernacle. It's under construction right now. I have rights, Jewish rights, Christian rights. I'm an African American man. I showed him my ID, and then I told him what was going on. That the guy was bullying me, and he's blocking my walkway now. Every time he sees me, he has a bad vibe, for no reason. He's trying to steal from me. He's always trying to do something to get over on me. So that was just the incident right there. Just people trying to discourage me. Like they're not respecting George Washington. George Washington, very noble man, United States president, actually, and he was the one that was like really talking about the redress agreements. So I'm sitting with George Washington on the redress of grievances, and America is benefiting. We're getting DNA, we're getting Helix, we're getting um, data science, we're getting um, um, religion reform policy, medical healthcare reform policy. We're getting economy reform policy, business reform policy, trade reform policy, industry reform policy. We're getting telecommunications reform policy, safety reform policy, corrections reform policy, infrastructure reform policy, entertainment reform policy, and education reform policy. We're getting these things. We're getting an opportunity to see the governors and the president review the redress of grievances, and we're getting an opportunity to see the vice president, the Senate, and the House of Representatives review um, my bill proposal for a protocol on addressing organized crime, public corruption, and racketeering from the Corrupt Organized Crime Act, and using a system for establishing DNA phase 2 and Helix phase 2 to confirm crimes that happen. So, I'm in Washington, D.C. doing things. It's my graduation year. I'm getting ready to move on to the bill proposal at the Senate and the House of Representatives. Um, and I'm in the United States Supreme Court, and so they come over there just like um, really just trying to maintain the account that I'm from like a different country, like Japan or from Europe, and their whole thing is to like kill me and decapitate me for my eyes and my heart in a TV show called Alias with Jennifer Gardner, or um, a TV show called NCIS with LL Cool J. So that was their whole little thing. Um, Jennifer Gardner was going to try to say that I was from Germany, and LL Cool J was going to try to say that I was from Japan. And then while Mike Livingston transferred his accounts from California to Washington, D.C., gets the money laundering money from Social Security Administration, not the money laundering money, but the money that I'm entitled to, but hires his subcontractors and contractors 24 hours to do his contract murder, collecting the ransom, demanding that I either had to do my own profile um, for the multi-civil litigation, or just not be able to make it to court regarding his ransom account, and pay his ransom, then cut off the Social Security Administration fund, and to continue on with his closed circuit TV murder. The date changed from the accounts that he created, so that was their whole little diversion. And so when the police came, I talked to them, but it was just like, it was